Okay, I am going to try to get this video out because, like, I really am trying to be mindful of, like, myself and how I'm, like, showing up. And, like, whether it's my 9 to 5 or the stuff that I'm building outside of work, like, really, I would say all things is work, energy, emotion. Um, However, more so, like, even though there are times when I have a really amazing day at work, it flows. I'm meeting amazing people, making great connections. It's a it's a like a role that I probably, if I had a better option, and matter of fact, let me say, make this clear: when a better opportunity comes about itself, I will accept it. I'm never going to stay working under a system or in a corporation, in a company, and it not be the most fulfilling experience of my life. Um, Now, um, I do believe that 9 to 5, some jobs are essential work jobs. We are in the age of Aquarius, the age of information, the age of star power, or the age of self activation, self um like acclamation. Like, what you say for yourself is true, whether you think it, say it, do it. It's all a culmination of the things you believe about yourself. Yeah, I was crying, so I'm not gonna apologize for crying, but I know that that's probably on my face, and if it bothers anybody, that's because I've been releasing and allowing myself to be human. So, with my 9 to 5, I was struggling with today because today is, I get paid early on Wednesday, so it's a payday for me, and I've been really waiting for this payday since last week, since 2 weeks ago, really. Because I spent all my money to move. I spent all my money to just have basic necessities, and I'm literally like breadcrumbing. And so I'm like, I really need to get paid so I can get some things that I need and want, and really just, I'm working through the whole check to check experience, and associated with myself with that reality. Like, I'm really in this energy of, like, I'm showing up to work because I know I need the money to do the things that I need to do. But I am not going to fake it. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. If I'm sick, I'm sick. If I'm uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. If I'm stressed, I'm stressed. And I've had a lot of situations today on my calls where I was really just, like, not being a good person. And it's like, it was starting to affect me in a different way. So I said, okay, let's take a step back. What's happening here? You're overstimulated. You're not going to be able to even, like, it's one thing to, like, not fake a vibe and be on the phone pretending and acting like you just the best happy person every day, and but if, as long as I do my job and do my role to the T, I feel like giving the least amount of energy that requires is sufficient. So, yeah, I have to be reminded to breathe. So if you all see me throughout my videos, my rants, and I'm not breathing, tell me to stop people pleasing y'all and trying to show y'all and give y'all some shit that I can't even really give myself if I'm not fucking breathing. So I have to be mindful of it, and I'm hopefully that I'm creating a following, a platform, whatever, because I don't really care for followers, but just a resonance with people who care to experience experience my expressions. So back to what I was saying, I was literally just struggling on my 9 to 5, and I was really struggling in my mind because this is already going to be another short check because of, like, the holidays and, like, just time off stuff. And, like, I'm just, like, thinking about my expenses, things I really want to do, need to do. Like, I want to decorate my apartment. I want to start saving for a car. I want to start paying off all this debt. Like, I want to start doing big girl stuff. And it's like, check to check is just not cutting it. And I'm not trying to, like, be a bum, and, like, and I'm not gonna say it's a bum behavior, but, like, I've done the whole leaving my job in 2020. I listened to y'all spiritualists, holistic people. I created my nonprofit. I created a business. I had everything situated to it to a T, or to me, I was solidified enough in it to leave my freaking job, y'all. So, but I soon was shown that, that life is not really the way unless it's, when, like, the reality of not having consistent income is real. So, like, I am more stressed, more uneasy, not having any source of income, where I'm just out here like twiddling my thumbs. I did sex work and all these things just because I don't like not working for earning my way. And I think that's also attached to like trauma, and stuff, because it's like, why don't you believe that you naturally deserve all these things? You deserve housing, you deserve water, you deserve food, you deserve shelter, you deserve clothing, you deserve all your basic necessities and some of your desires and wants to be met, even if you are not the one capable of facilitating the entire experience. Like, this world is ass backwards if you think that everything is so interconnected. We're so interconnected, but everybody's supposed to be able to do them 100% of the time. Like, no, there's going to be days where I can only do 90%, days I can only do 10%, days where I'm probably negative a lot of percent, and I need community, I need people, I need family, I need friends, I need support system, I need things in the world, systems, governments, things should be in existence that protects you physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally when you are at a deficit, because that is a natural byproduct. Seasons change, life change, people transition. You never know where you can be up and down. So I think that system, life, everything should include that. Like, I'm just trying to see how is people who have been consistently paying mortgages for years start missing 1 year of mortgage, and now they can't own their homes no more, and it's like all of their hard work is now like no show, no, like they're getting all these things happening to them. Hold on, y'all, because my brain is okay. So like I was saying, there's just a lot with that. So I'm like, like there's like, are you gonna trust that whether I work or not work, I'm gonna get my way in life? Whether it's me doing it and having to deal with like the byproducts of overworking myself, hustling, grind culture, like whether it's gonna be that bad girl story or one where I get it with ease. All I know is I'm getting it. My life is I'm gonna get it. I would prefer to have it in ease. I would prefer to have a balance with choosing myself and attracting other people and other resources and other things to choose me too. So I need a lot of support and resources, and I know that I'm doing everything that I can on my end to continue to show up and make income, but also like except like I am physically, like I don't know if I'm dealing with like a rupture of like my ovaries, or like a rupture of my bladder, or whatever type of inflammation, fiery shit is going on in my womb. Like this shit is getting shooken up, it's rattled up, it's just not in a stable space. And of course, like I haven't been doing like my yoga, meditations, grounding. I have been very loose with my sexual energy. I have been partaking in very unwholesome activity. So it's like I haven't been as consistent, even when I was like I wasn't consistent with my rituals and taking care of myself, even while I partook in the bad shit. So if you're gonna do dirt, get your protection up, get your spiritual cleanliness up, get your hygiene corrected. Like, don't be out here being a dirty, nasty whore. And that's something that I've had to like alchemize and transmute within my bloodline. So, I decided I wasn't going to go to work today, because like I just was literally forcing myself to work through all of these, like work through everything. Like I was getting mad at people, I was going off on them, and it's like, how would you feel if you called somebody to get help with your stuff, and like you called a company and the people you're talking to is just rude and just they're just like they don't want to do their, like, have you ever, I've been to like restaurants and stores and anywhere like where you can tell that the people who are working do not want to be working. If they had any other place, any other thing, if money was not involved, they would not be there. And I would like a job like I really do believe that like there are essential 9 to 5. Like 9 to 5 is like first of all 9 to 5. We need to free ourselves from the construct, the time. It's just a time construct, right? And that's what we're stressing about. That's what we are all kind of like struggling to manage to deal with. But guess what? The sun comes up and the sun goes down. Regardless of what time, where you start the time or what you consider that is the reality of our existence. So certain works is better performed during the daylight hours. Certain other works is easier performed in the nighttime hours. Like it's all just mechanics. It's all just mathematics. It's all just really what it is. It's not overthinking it. So like when I first quit my job, I was thinking like, yeah, the system, fuck the system, which very much resists the system because like the system itself only wants to sustain itself. It has no desire to figure out the optimum way to position its constituents or employees or anybody in the working force to be able to keep them working. It doesn't really, it's not even a system that even collaborates that. We are really just blindly attaching ourselves to it because unless you're getting paid 20 plus in buku benefits, you got mental health days, it's not like you can show up or not show up and not fear energetically it's in the policy where you're not going to get fired because of some personal real things but when you have systems where you get docked for missing days, where you like that, it's like unconsciously letting you know you can't get sick, you can't take, it's all of those things. So we're all just trapped in that in some kind of way. And so I made the decision in 2020. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna just trust and just believe and like go hard for my business. And I did, y'all. And like I started to dwindle because like I wasn't getting no sales, wasn't getting as many bookings. And there was like first part it was nothing. Then I started getting some getting bookings, and then like I wasn't having to work, and then I had to go back to work. So it's like there's been times between 2020 and now where I've worked a job for 6 months to, well, I've never really worked a job longer than 6 months. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I'll work for 6 months or so, and then I could be off for the remaining of the year, depending on my work, what I had going on, and how I was bringing in my business. But these last 2 years or year and a half ish, I've been kind of I just haven't been I don't know what I've been going through. I ain't gonna say what, I know what I'm going through, but there's not a concrete definition for what I'm going through. So it's hard to really explain. Just spiritual warfare for anybody who, for the lack of a better term. But so spiritual warfare and not like having a groundingness in it. Like there's people who know they're in spiritual warfare and they're like surfing them motherfucking waves. They're like literally walking you through their life as the person encountering these things. And I'm also doing it in my own way, so let me not beat myself up just because I don't look like everybody else. And so but like for some time I was very like naive and green and just unconsciously and self-conscious, like consciously putting myself back to sleep because like I did not want to feel the pain or the extent of what I was experiencing. The reality, like it's like unbelievable that because you have energy that is not afraid to leave a job because you not feeling it and hope that something else will happen. You actually it's not a matter of like I'm lazy, I don't want to work, I don't want to make income, I just want to leech off I don't even like the feeling of asking for help. So ain't no way you thinking that a person just wants to leech off the system. Like it's hard enough to even get people to support you. So no, nobody wants to just be spoon fed stuff, but we really we literally deserve freedom from rents, freedom from bills, freedom from like why are we paying twice to live? Like we already paid. Being here is payment. Our existence is proof of salvation, of freedom, of I can't really describe it, but it's native shit. Like this is not something isn't like, and I'm not saying that like people who built houses and who own property and who put in work to do whatever they did and everything they did shouldn't be compensated or rewarded for that. But I don't think that we're supposed to be our mental health and physical health are supposed to be an exchange for things we really do need. It's almost as if I don't think we really need these things to a certain extent. So, nonetheless, like I've been going through the motions of like existing in and out of the matrix, in and out of the system, and like I am very much against the people who are like, why are you still working a 9 to 5? Why are you working? Because not because like I just have something personally against these people. I don't even know them. It's more so like energetically, you are an agent. You are a you're promoting division. Anytime you're taking people away from their reality, their truth, where they are, anytime you're projecting what you want them to be with lack of consideration of where they are. Like for me, what I've been doing, there was a point of my life where I wanted everybody to be on this conscious stuff. Now I'm in a point where I'm like, if you want it, you want it. If you doing it, you doing it. If you don't, I'm not finna force feed you. That is wrong on my end. And so, anywho, you have people who, what was I saying? Who just want to force feed you their reality, and really it's a form of escapism, a form of like delusion, like trying to like mentally delude themselves to like avoiding what they actually feel about their reality. Rather is the fact that they need to work, have to work, don't want to work, struggling with mental health, struggling to care for themselves, don't have a plan, they're just, for me, I've grown up in poverty and struggle, so I'm not justifying or like glorifying this, but for people who haven't had that experience, if you start to experience a reality where stuff is less, where you may have to like reduce your spending, reduce your the quality of stuff is not even available to you, it don't matter how much money you got, if the stores you shop say they don't have the food, they're not producing that stuff, that they're not open, they're no longer carrying these, they're no longer gonna bring in quality stuff. It doesn't matter, because you either gotta find another way to get which you can if you have the money and resources, but typically most times we are relying on the very same things, no matter how much money we have. So it's like a sense of like, I just feel like that whole like being just projecting that don't work a 9 to 5 is like at all like just completely just resist working at like complete working is like it's escapism, and it's gonna create like that new world order experience that they want, because if so many people do fall into that, there are essential jobs and things that actually do need to be done. Like, I'm so sorry, but these people who be like, quit your 9 to 5, like, do y'all not get y'all mail every month? Like, who is delivering to y'all when y'all order stuff online and you want that stuff to come? Like, don't you realize the chain of people who gotta show up to a 9 to 5 to get the shit that will pop up to your house regularly? You think you just shop it on Amazon, all these Nordstroms, Neiman Marcus, you name what all the stores that you could possibly shop from, and like they're like y'all are sitting here saying leave your 9 to 5, but you pulling up to Starbucks, pulling up to grocery stores, pulling up to bars and restaurants and you got probably got your children in school. You have to take your children to the doctor. You got you got life insurance. You got health insurance. I'm an insurance agent. So, these are to a certain extent vital aspects of the system. Now, I absolutely healthcare is very much corrupt. Big Pharma is very much corrupt, but do we like if we just take away all of that, what are we saying? Like, I mean, a lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to be without health care. A lot of people are going to be without basic necessities, basic needs. And maybe that's like a good thing. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe the earth, that's how it has to be. If you don't have, so maybe it's survival of the fittest for real. So maybe quit the 9 to 5, quit any of the jobs that that is conducive to another person not doing their job, but meaning like it's a commodity. It's not a necessity. It's a privilege. It's a ease. Like, we are so freaking spoiled. You know, we don't want to do nothing laborious. And for some of us, it's for a lot of us who were prisoners of war, have like our nervous systems, like it's just been eroded. It's just been like we're not the laziness that you may feel is not the laziness that someone else who don't even have the same biological, let alone historical, genetic experiences that you have. Like, that fatigue, that exhaustion, that lack of self-worthiness is so much different and so denser in the melanated people, because one, we're melanated, and then two, our real realities from what we experience in our shit. So, with all that being said, I was thinking about it the whole time, and I'm just irritated. Like, trying to figure out, are you gonna do it? What about the money? You need it, you want it. What if you get fired? What if they quit? What if something happened and you need on a day you really, really need it, and you can because you took it? It's just all these thoughts, but it's like, today you really, really need it, Quanda. And like, since I put myself first, y'all, I have so much more clarity. Shout out to Cash Doll for releasing Clarity and her new child, Clarity Doll. That is so amazing, and I love that experience and being able to be a part of that. But and it's like so in alignment with so many celebrities, whether they know it or not, they are they exude goddess codes, goddess energy, and different God energy. And so Cash Doll, being from the streets, from the hood, and creating herself from nothing to something, is really like a testament, and a really, like, you feel it in her lyrics, you feel it in her energy. Like, I don't really care for your physical aesthetics, because I don't really like the BBL stuff, but that's no shade to you or anybody who gets them. It's just my personal preference. But like, you sense the authenticity. I don't really fuck with the music industry altogether because of what I'm realizing, but I fuck with authentic people who have been commissioned to be a part of that reality, because only the hardest in the battles that God know you can win are given to you. You're not going to give in a battle that God can't show himself approved. So I really look up to celebrities, not because like you should worship them, but because they are people who are on some of the hardest spiritual journeys, and because they are actually the ones who are in the limelight and who are going to fall from grace in our faces, versus some of us who kind of do it each and every day in the light, in the dark. Like, I've had a lot of moments, like, a lot of my content hasn't started getting viral or going popular. I haven't felt the level of like rejection and people coming at you, trolls, hatred. I haven't felt that level like the celebrities have. So I could only imagine if I was to get that type of attention at the amount of stuff that I've shared, it would be catastrophic. But I think that's what like God has been preparing and building my spirits for, to be able to even accommodate what that would be like, if that is something that's for me. Nonetheless, I have the ability to like, I just had like I feel better. I generally feel better. Like, even though I'm still physically like dealing with the shit, it ain't just immediately go away like that. I wish my magic was like that. Like, I'm calling that kind of energy in. Like, touch my baby. When I say I can touch my body and be healed, I can touch my body and be healed. When I can say I can touch the area that's in pain and just send some energy, some love, some encouragement, and it is healed. That is the type of energy and the level that I desire to be on. But let's be real, I'm not there. I'm not there. Very much deep up in my like, still learning to trust energy, still learning to like, is it safe? Like, right now I feel like this is a very pivotal chance. Like, I could literally like transition out of my 9 to 5 and create a life of exponential wellness, exponential wealth beyond anything that I've ever experienced in my lifetime. And still, because of that past experience, I'm like it's really weird how trauma works, or like stuff kind of works, because there's like the stuff I should really like take that lesson and say, okay, I failed, but I failed because of some personal and energetic things, and some things I wasn't aware of that I am aware now. But at the same time too, that's like I said, I really have to be stronger mentally. Like, of course, if you don't want to go to work, you don't want to go to work. Don't force yourself to go and show up for a job who gonna replace you the second they realize you ain't consistent enough for them. However, be mindful of like your goals and like your options. Like, I have parents that if I needed to, I can go live with. If I needed help with my bills, I can get help with my bills. Do I want to rely on that? No. Do I want to have to be in that position? Absolutely not. I just escaped it. I just came from living with my parent. So I don't want to have to go back. However, I'm not going to corroborate a story that isn't sufficient for my well-being, which is like, I just feel so dull and so just stifled. And I'm like, maybe if I was making more money, I would feel better. Maybe if I got paid every day, like if I got paid, like as soon as I started, as soon as I clocked in, I started getting paid. Like, the money just started coming in until I stopped working. Maybe that would change or shift it. But I really started to feel like because I've struggled and I've been in poverty, and I'm not trying to glorify that experience, but I really feel like I've been so happy. I've learned to cultivate happiness with little to nothing, that I'm okay with choosing my happiness, even if I'm gaining something from it, because I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing, but it's just like nothing doesn't make or break me that I don't choose to make or break me. And that's why it'd be so funny when people think that they taking you every which way, when in reality, motherfucker, you really getting we are God, so you are really getting the grace of another God. It's not, you're not beating, you're not tricking nobody, you're not getting over. You're never getting over. The second you think you getting over on somebody, you just got over on your fucking self, because that type of energy is corruption. That type of energy is deceit. That type of energy is not in alignment with human nature or spirit nature, because when when was human nature like? When was human nature ever about serving and dying and being bound by your lower nature? When was all of the like lower things? Why is that the only thing that's considered human nature? No, human nature doesn't have to be this one thing. And like we are like, no, humans can be kind, humans can be all things. And of course you're speaking to the fruits of the spirit when you start talking about certain aspects of that. But like, I truly believe there are aspects of the human nature that when we talk about this flesh, which is our carnal bodies, which yes, I do believe that there is the lower aspect of that. But I also believe that it is a vessel that goes up for a reason. That is how we stand or how we are built is like that for a reason. So this channel is supposed to be up and down, up and down, up and down, consistent. So it's supposed to be a learning experience with all of the energy that you contain. Hold on, y'all. So yeah, being a girl from the hood really taught me a lot because I've learned to like alchemize in different ways. And a shout out to all the people who was also just reminding me to like, girl, stop. Like if I didn't really like, because when I just moved here, y'all, I just moved like weeks ago, and like I've been dealing with some residue of like not really cord cutting properly, not really closing out cycles and patterns, and really being conscious about things that I'm contracting with and putting my energy into or not. And so, and I've had some experiences where like I'm not as comfortable in my new space as I was when I first got here. I struggle to sleep in the dark, which lets me know that there is something in the spirit realm that I'm like not addressing. And so, or even also could mean like there's a presence around me that I'm not that I sense, and I'm not like I'm just accepting, like, you know, fear basically. And so I started doing my work, and like, you know, we need to like my ancestors, which shout out to my granny. I've been feeling her a lot lately. I felt like just get up, clean up, get this together, like, and there's been moments where I'll get up and I'll see like a pest, and I'm like, I gotta get this pest gone. It's like a certain type of pest, like roaches, bees, animals, insects. Certain insects don't bother me, but roaches specifically, I can't do roaches and bed bugs. Those two things will never existed with me. And so with the roaches, I think it's more so like I just came in. I don't have a lot of food that I leave out. I don't have a lot of nothing that is like dirty or left out. And I'm like, maybe it's just like new house, living in an apartment style home, other neighbors, that kind of thing. And also like my home, I live in the hood. It's not like the best. It's not like, it's probably like a good 7 out of 10 aesthetically, and there are some things that could very much be improved to make it that 9 out of 10. And so, but generally most of it is good. There's, like I said, there's some problem things, but most of it's good. And it's showing me like energetically, like, one, I feel like people like destiny swapped with me, and like when you get people off of their focus and get people so on your shit, they can't focus on their shit. So I feel like I manifested this for like, I was so deep up in my pain, deep up in my being spiritually attacked. I couldn't focus on anything but the reality that I am not okay. And I was still trying to show up as okay, even though I wasn't okay, to fake the funk and really fake out the people who I felt was doing the stuff, to really grab hold of the reality of like, is this really happening? Like, it still haven't clicked, like stuff. I don't know what has to take place. I don't know what I need to happen, what God got to do to let me feel that shit in my core for me to like. But I really believe that the reason why I don't remember or I don't hold on to stuff, even when I do hold on to stuff, and it's crazy how, like I say, trauma is, because the stuff that I hold on to is shit that if I released, I could make $1 million today. Truthfully be told, but then there's stuff that I'm holding on to that quite literally don't know how to let go if I wanted to. So it's like some of it is just like, or like I got over it, and it was the very thing that I should be holding on to help me never contract with the individual again. So it's like I think my pain tolerance is off. So I think that the more pain you make me experience, the more loyalty and commitment and love and desire that I have for you, and the less, it's, I don't know. I really can't really get to the bottom of that. I'm still in that season of my healing, so a lot of it has been back and forth. So I would just say that the whole day, like I said, just was not feeling going to work, and I'm like trying to like listen to music, self-soothe, talk to myself. One of the things I know, I'm not smoking right now. I'm like trying to get my addiction in order with that, and I honestly can't. Like I don't have the resources, the finances to do it. So it's like the reality of all of those things, and I'm like, I realized, like, honestly, if I didn't have weed, I probably would have quit my job a long time ago, because like I just don't have the mental capacity to sit at a job and do the things I'm doing. Like that's just me. So like that's more so like now let's talk about it. Now the conversation with the 9 to 5. If you know in your spirit, like I know, that there is something else that you should be doing, even if you don't know what that is, my whole thing is that I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. And like I keep telling God and myself, like something has to shift, something needs to shake, something needs to produce. Like I don't give a fuck what it is, but I gotta know that whatever it is that I'm meant to do, it gotta start happening, because I'm not gonna just leave my 9 to 5. It's not because of fear. It's not because of the fear of my purpose, fear of my power. I know I'm a powerful ass woman. I just have had a real experience, yo. It's like, fire burn, you gonna burn yourself with fire again? No, like I don't have a plan yet. I don't have a savings that I could rely on for a couple months. I don't have I don't want to burden my parents with none of my bills and taking care of me, because it ain't gonna be as consistent or as much as I may need it to be. Like I'm not dating a whole bunch of men where I can get my resources that way. Like there isn't it's just showing up every day with my 9 to 5. Now the shift could be, even though you don't have what you feel like you need and want right now, just show up in the energy anyway. But does that mean just show up and not go to work? Or can I show up in the energy that I know I deserve more? I know I'm deserving better. I know that there should be more to my life than what it is. But I'm going to go to work. And I'm going to go to work because I get to go to work. And I have this opportunity that to me is propelling me to the next level, the next season. Because I don't doubt the role that I'm in. There are so many people that I've met, people who have made my day, people who have changed my life. Like some people will literally just be kind to you on the phone, and like, I don't know if they sense it in your voice or anything, but that kindness, when you met with kindness, especially if you're not being as kind, it's like, oh man, thank you, because I am not okay. And you're just reminding me that people can be great. And you didn't deserve that. You just trying to get something done. I'm the one getting paid to do this, So it's like, everything is interconnected, y'all. There isn't not one job that someone does that isn't benefiting or for the necessity or desire or want for another. And when we are telling people to leave their 9 to 5, when we tell people to just upend their entire lives, what are we really wanting and desiring? What are we really saying to other people who may not feel like they can do that? And as a person who's probably said that, I am encouraging all spiritualists to really sit with that. Like, where in your life do you still rely on someone who works a 9 to 5 while you are convincing yourself that these people shouldn't be working a 9 to 5s? Because you are now participating in the delusion. If you go buy these products and these items and these food places, and you partake in these, you travel, you want to travel and go on planes. I'm sorry, that pilot is doing a 9 to 5. May not be 9 to 5, but he gotta work from a set time to a set time. He can't fly that plane halfway in the air and decide, oh, we're gonna just stay in the middle of the air. I don't want to work. I don't want to continue to the next destination right now. I just like, can we really think about that? And that's what gives me energy sometimes to go to work, and that's what makes it harder for me sometimes to like it's being busy today. It having the system issues could be a lot on my team. Like, other people are like having to pick up more on that load to do that work now that they're not there. And but at the same time, I can't be burdened by the reality that of other people. And another thing too is that your girl just don't wanna, like, you have to accept just the reality. Like, just be you. My mental health is better, emotional health is better, spiritual health is better. I'm more clear, I'm happy, I'm whole. I even actually want to go back to work. I can actually go to work and finish my shift and not even feel like I ever even left, because I chose me. That's all I needed to communicate to the universe and let the universe know that we wasn't feeling it, and we need to feel it in order to show up how we desire to show up. Now, do I gotta feel it at 100%? Do I go 100% every single day? That's not real, Kwanda. You know that's not real. So when you wake up in the morning, assess your reservoir. What do you have? And if you have 24 hours in a day, you work 8 or whatever, however your reality is set up, how do you have to, your energy is your currency. To me, my energy is worth more than $15 a freaking hour. So I'm like, how do I offset this? I'm not trying to be like living beyond my means. I'm not trying to have more money than I need. I'm not trying to be like just millionaire rich or anything like that. I don't need $1 million really. I need a couple $100,000 to live the rest of my life. And maybe if I got $1 million, I could figure out how to create a life where I could live off of that, and then invest in things where I can have generational wealth for my legacy. So for that way, like, there isn't anything else. That's the only goal or plan. Like, I don't need too much or nothing, but if you could have a little something that can kind of sustain itself, so that when you transition, there's most likely going to be younger people here still. Life is continuing. So I don't know. I'm just really thinking about everything, because I really feel a lot of duality, a lot of sense, because a lot of me, like, a part of me wonder if I had weed today, want to know if I would have stayed at work, which I'm not wanting to like confuse myself, because I know that I genuinely was not okay, feeling okay, and I genuinely know that I probably would have forced myself to get through it, even if I had the weed. And I know that that's what I use weed to do, like to cope with existing in spaces that I don't feel 100% safe in, which is life. If I'm being honest, y'all, I've struggled with my breath for a while, and I have, like, there has been rare occasions where I have experienced just peace as a human, and like groundedness in my reality as a vessel, as a human. Like, I still feel so strange to this reality. And so, I don't know. I'm just curious about like my own self. Like, I already feel bad. So one of the things I used alchemy for today was like, I'm gonna try to drink a little bit to just to see if it'll make me like, if I will even want to do it. I tried to drink. I didn't really like to drink, so I was like, we're not gonna drink. And I was trying to see if it would like hurt my stomach, because I'm really trying to see if like something's wrong with like what is actually going on with my stomach. And I was like, if the alcohol make you more upset, I know that it is completely like, if I can't drink, I know that I'm completely out of whack. But and then I went and got me a popsicle and a Gatorade. And like, again, like these things that I got, like I clearly know that the popsicle has all the chemicals, things I don't need. But I genuinely felt so much good, so much clarity. And I crossed paths with someone from my past. So that's also an interesting experience. Like, if I never chose myself today, if I didn't choose to um go do what I feel like I needed to do. Even now, I really just want to be outside in nature, frolicking around and stuff, which I probably go try to do some more of. I just like physically, like I'm glad I was able to walk to the store, but I genuinely do not feel the best. And even though I've spoken life over myself, I've uh, I've claimed healing over myself. Uh, um, mm, mm, okay, so um, so yeah, I literally like physically feel not well. Know that I still have to get the real resources. Like, I did physical things to get myself like this. I had sex with men who were unworthy of me. Um, I had sex with. Hold on. First of all, I feel like this person who just knocked at my door really just tricked me, because he made it seem like he was something else. Like, people crazy. He really he um yeah, that was some real good marketing, because he made it seem like uh I ain't even finna sit here and hash that part out, because he was cold cold for that. That was some serious stuff. um but yeah, let me see. um and I just got a credit score update, y'all, which is interesting as well, and it was a good positive thing, which is like, of course I don't really care about all of that, but I do, because you know this life is real. But yeah, like physically still feel like what the fuck is going on. But before, prior to going to work, prior to accepting that I wasn't ready to go back to work, or not go back to work, but just work today, and I need to spend time with myself and just be with myself and be with my energy, and trust that no matter what happens, whether it's staying at this job, transitioning to another job, not working for a few months, like I truly believe that everything will be taken care of. I don't know how, because I'm not in that situation, but whatever comes will happen, and it will be what it is. I don't want to fear this life. I don't want to fear not being able to pay bills. If I can't pay a bill, I can't pay a bill. If I can't pay rent, I can't pay rent. If I can't um show up the way that society wants me to show up, I can't. But if I can show up, like if I could be honest with myself and say, what can Kawanda give today? How much of Kawanda can she give? What can we do to facilitate this life for Kawanda today? And that's, if I could put me first every moment. I don't care if it's a negative, if it's a deficit, if it's 110%, if it's more than I ever experienced in a day in my life, it doesn't matter, as long as I'm being true to me. I don't want to like compromise my wellness, like my health. I can't compromise my health. My mom, seeing her and knowing that she's worked, just all she's done is go to work and go home. Work, go home. Like I haven't seen any profound transformations within her life. I'm not saying she hasn't had them. I don't, because she might not share everything with us, but just from what I see, like there's a certain when someone's fulfilled and happy and complete and whole and satisfied with the life they live. And of course, I'm not saying you're supposed to just be going everywhere, just go lucky and just a certain way, but like I want to feel good. I want to feel good about the people I talk to every day, good about the work I do, good about where I'm spending most of my time, whether it's in my home, at a job, with people in community. I no longer want to participate in just mindlessly doing something because of fear. Like I trust that today I've paid myself forward 10 times the amount I would have got paid at a job today, just by choosing myself, putting myself first, even though it was truly because of, like, I just don't feel my best. I don't feel like showing up today. I don't feel like I can give y'all the best experience and do my role without that impacting me more than it is. I would rather lose $120 physically than to continue to dwindle my energy. So I think, I don't know, the title of this is probably going to be like, how much does a peace of mind cost? Or fuck it, I'll write it off. Shout out to Lil Russell for that one. As a matter of fact, I'm about to jam to that. I'm about to upload these videos. And yeah, I hope that whoever this video is meant for, I hope that it reaches you. Cause I'm just your girl from the hood. I'm trying to build a life for myself that is better and more than what I've ever been seen or was afforded to me. And I don't want to go through life just suffering and dis-ease. And like, yes, I know a lot of my stuff, like that's what I was talking about before I got that knock on the door. A lot of my stuff is self-inflicted. So again, with my womb health, my journey is going to be like physically, like of course there are some energetic things I could trust and believe and continue to tell myself that I'm whole, I'm healed, I can touch my body, do my rituals, do my stretches, do my yoga, do my meditations. Also, I gotta get the other stuff like the womb health, the herbs, everything that I need to rebalance myself from taking in all of this, like stress, worry, doubt, fear, low vibrations from men when they input you. Even if it's, I thought like a condom would put a barrier between it, but I can't even have sex with men with a condom no more. Like that's a false sense of protection. Yeah, you protected from physical stuff, but you're not protected from like that. You at some point y'all are touching skin to skin. So anytime that skin to skin, anytime that touch happens, especially during sex, you are exchanging, you are receptive of all of their energy. And a lot of the men that I've taken on have not been stand-up quality people with just high vibrational energy that uplifts and loves and wants to cherish women. A lot of the time they was one way before they had sex with me and completely been a whole different way after. And it's like, how do people do that? How do you just switch from this to that? Like, ew, that's not even cute. And so I have to work on that within myself and do the mental, the spiritual, the emotional, the attachment, and the actual physical stuff as far as cleansing my body from these, like, that energy has like hormonal packages. So like certain I don't know what it is, but you just feel different after sex. I feel so different. And I'm realizing like it's like coming in contact with someone else's biology, and it like meshing with mine and my spirits and teams, everything, trying to alchemize and basically win the war over ourselves. Otherwise, that's why women, when people be so crazy about each other, like, I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna lie, I do want my person to be a little bit like about me because I'm be a little bit about them. But or if I have a multiple, I want that energy to be exchanged. But anytime that it's one-sided, where it's one person puppeteering another person, that is a complete hijacking of their God power. And rather it was self given away, because obviously they have to have some open centers, or you just a fucking powerful ass warlock witch or whatever, and you just out here taking people's shit because of your own shit. Some people gotta do that. Some people are here to not do what you think they're here to do, and that's why you can't judge people or have like take a personal account, because sometimes it just is what it is. Like, I have to stop looking at it like, dang, this motherfucker is against me. Like, dang, they don't like me. No, it's the energy to you, baby. This is every woman with this power. Every child, every girl. Like, don't look at yourself no different, because yeah, the next person may not get God. They may not got God. They may have some shit going over. They avoided it, but these entities are out to devour that same aboriginal energy. So, with all of this being said, I have a lot to like just sit with, because like I feel a lot of guilt. I feel a lot of shame. I feel like a weak bitch to a certain extent. Like, you didn't go to work today, and you didn't go to work on the one day that you couldn't buy weed or didn't have weed. So what does it say? Are you just going to work to smoke? But it's all like, I shouldn't be smoking weed, and I shouldn't be working at a job I don't want to work. Like, that's the reality. I shouldn't have an over addiction to a substance, and I shouldn't be trapped in a system that is stripping me of my ability to I wouldn't say ordain myself, but like, what word am I looking for? Like, facilitate life for myself in a complete whole way without shit just pulling from under the rug. Like, I know shit happens. But damn, y'all. Damn. Like, how is it that we're so interconnected but not connected at all in so many ways? Like, how is it? Like, I feel like a lot of this, some of this shit is collective responsibility, and some of it is individual responsibility, and there is gray area with that. But so many people are on a collective level are trying to escape accountability on an individual level, which is causing a lot of misfires. We have a lot of just corrupt, chaotic ass energy happening, and chaos could be used for benefit. And I just want everybody to keep their heads. I've thought I was gonna lose my mind throughout this whole ordeal since 2018, when I first found out about a Lionsgate portal, till now, when I've just been shifting and just transcending. And sometimes I felt like I was going back, and I'm like, but it's integration. Like, you have to get so like Like there's some stuff that I couldn't entertain if I wanted to type shit, you know? And that's like the reality of it. And that's what I really wish I was able to focus on prior to transitioning to my new space, because it probably would have helped me not even contract, or just like with my addiction and stuff. Like if I would have like found a way to like alchemize that and or overcome that, and like, because I'm above it. Like I'm not losing my mind. You're not smoking right now, Kawanda. You're okay. You feel better now than you do when you smoke. I like this version of me. I like the sober version of me, the me that can function, the me that could be and exist with or without let me just say without substance. Not let me be firm on that. I love this version of you. I like this version of you. I like the version of you that doesn't need or desire to smoke so much. And that's okay. It's okay to like release yourself from a version of you that you no longer want to be. I no longer want to not feel my emotions and deny how I feel. And I don't want to, like, now that I feel good, go to work and give them all this good energy. And then when I get off, I'm back drained. Or when as soon as I log in, the first call I get gonna make me. So no, it's like I realize that these things, weed, is taking too much of my life for me. Working, like this specific 9 to 5 is a little bit more stress than it is providing. Am I just gonna throw in the towel? No, I'm acknowledging that universe. It's no longer sustaining me. This is no longer sustaining me. This is no longer producing at the rate in which we desire to expand. We need increase. We need more. We decree it. We manifest it. We need it. We have it. It is ours. I truly believe that. I believe it. I've believed it even when I didn't believe it, and I believed it even when I've had the. That's the thing. It's remembering who you are when you're in the deepest of hell. It's remembering that, like, all this peace I have, all this joy I have, all this abundance I have, all this gratitude I have, is always in me, no matter the circumstance around me. Yes, circumstances could really derail your hope, but I never thought that I would be forever in a situation that I found unfavorable. I always desired to be at peace in the situation. I was like, if I couldn't change it, and if I wasn't willing to do what I need to do to change it immediately, then help me find the peace. Help me find the tools and the resources that need to get me to the next season, the next level, or see me through it. Universe, I decree transformation in my life. I decree the ability to not have to work a 9 to 5, to, like, as far as relying on that to be my source of income for bills. If I have to like work a 9 to 5, that's fine, but I'm talking about like more so like it, just the energetic blockages around only working a 9 to 5 and giving so much of your time and your energy to something that's not reciprocable outside of the money that you only spending to do all this stuff again and again and again and again. So I would love to facilitate a life where I am whole and I am complete and I am open to doing stuff differently, and just a lot, y'all. I can't even really get to the roots of it all. And I hear my grandma coming in. I've been having a plan where, like, I want to be in my own energy for a while and be with myself. But then there's this energy where I be wanting to share this type of stuff with y'all, or these downloads, or like I want to turn, like, I just want to start doing everything that I couldn't do when I didn't have what I'm gaining now. And like there's an energy of like, wait, give it time, let things fully come in. Then there's this like, it's here, it's here. If I go ahead and do it, then I'm only showing the universe that I am more in alignment with what is already here. It's here, it's here, it's here. It's like, I've been feeling this new earth for quite some years, and it's taking me through a lot of grief. It's taking me through a lot of pains and sorrows, because I'm like looking at everybody around me. I'm like, how do y'all not see this? How do y'all not live like this? How do y'all not love like this? How do y'all not desire to expand in this? Even when you're not 100%, I feel like there is still there's still fluidity within your energy vibration, where a motherfucker give you grace, like, versus some of these moments, like today I was really just going back at this lady, and I'm just like, Kwanda, you just don't want to be here, and you taking that out on her, and she don't have shit to do with that. So leave. Do what you want to do. You don't want to be here. You're not going to get as much money that you want to get in 2 weeks, but that's what it is. That's the reality. Are you okay with that? Yes, I'm okay with the fact that I have more energy for myself today. I'm happy. I have more energy to finish the work week. I don't want to not go to work the rest of the week. Like, versus today, if I would have finished today, I truly believe I probably would have made it my last or anything. I don't know. Like, it's anything. And I'm gonna also be mindful of this, like going forward. Now that I realized I just needed a moment to really get myself together and get to a place where I felt like I could go to work, I would do that next time. I won't take the whole day off. I'll just communicate to my manager, hey, I've had some really intense experiences that have impacted my spiritual, mental well-being, and I want to show up every day. I just need to, like, when I tell you, hey, can I take a minute? I need a minute. I need a moment. I need to be able to take a minute, a moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. No longer than an hour to me, but because like I feel like I was gone for about an hour, and I'm like, oh, I just needed to go for a walk and be in the sun and remember who the fuck I was for real, because I felt like I was trapped, and that's the reality. And I'm gonna start my since I am still in my 9 to 5, and I'm not transitioning out of my 9 to 5 until I 100% feel solidified in something else. Like, it won't be just like, I get these bursts of energies all the time, so I'm never going to make a decision that can impact my entire life off of that. I did that already. I've experienced the reality of doing that, and I don't want that. So I want to get to a place where I'm able to like, you know, I can dance with my life. I can dance with what is here. With my now, I'm here. I'm present, and I'm accepting of what I have afforded to me. I don't always feel the best, and I don't like systematic things, but I'm going to continue to work towards producing the reality that I desire to exist in fully. Because I desire this. I desire to be in my own space. I desire to be, to have income coming in that is mine, for me, money that I worked for. Do I desire it like this? It could be different. It should be different, and I desire it to be different, and I want more, and I am getting more, and more is here. And so it's just aligning to that and being okay with that. Like, I can think two things can exist. I can be in gratitude that I have survived years of abuse. I don't have to be in any one space ever again in my life, where I don't feel welcomed or loved or supported or seen. I don't ever have to corroborate a relationship like that. I don't have to corroborate an encounter like that. And any time that energy is met, or anybody want to involve themselves with me from that space, I can decide to hold my boundaries and move accordingly. I get to create a whole new life in my whole new space. It's mine. I get to work the process and expand from here. I don't have to corroborate any reality that says I'm going to fail. In the event that I experience failure, it's not failure. It's closer to success. It's an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to shift and pivot and to expand into more of the reality that I say I want. And I'm open to everything that is going to propel me to that life. I've survived the densest of things. I'm not saying that I got to go through the densest of things to get it now. If I ain't got to do it, if there's a better way, give me the better, easy way. I take and receive all things with ease. Now, I just have faith that in each obstacle I will overcome. But I released this idea that my life has to be hard, that I have to just like overwork myself and like beat my back end just to say I made $120. I make $15 an hour, y'all, and I do really great work. But it's like I can find a way to. I don't like to have to do it, but like I've made more money than that, you know. I've made more money than that in a lot of spaces. So it's just kind of like, what can I do? Where can I put my focus? And how can I usher in and let the universe know that we are very much ready for the next level. We are ready to manage more. We're ready to manage an increase. We are not going to mismanage and blow the bank, baby. We are ready to put the resources where they go so we could facilitate and sustain ourselves, because black women, and not just black women, but I'm specifically talking to us because we are left out of conversations, and we, rather it's us leaving each other out, us excluding each other, or any of it. It's time for us to have whatever we desire to have, whether that's on a collective level or individual level. Some of us may not ever want to be involved with certain things again. Some people want to be in their own little worlds and in their own little fairylands, and they deserve that access, and they should be supported by the collective to do that. I really do believe that there are people who should be funding the revolution in ways that are so radical. Like, I'm talking like people with billions and millions of dollars to just do whatever. They should be like changing people's lives as far as what's your life, what type of life do you want to live? Okay, like we could create and facilitate systems and organizations that help people heal, that help people be mentally well. And the people are saying like our death and destruction is a corporation, is a multi-million-dollar business. It's breeding, it's keeping this, like, it's, you know, it's making them a lot of money for us to be like big pharma, all the things that, but wouldn't wellness do the thing? Wouldn't healing, like if you locked into all of the things that made you a better person, our world would just facilitate all those things. We wouldn't need as much of the things that we feel are making the most money now. We wouldn't need as many hospitals. We would need more places to go hiking. We would have to clear more forests. We would have to there are other ways to produce this reality. Like for the powers, I'm talking to the powers that be. You don't have to kill us. You don't have to destroy us. That speaks to your nature. That speaks to your belief about who you are and who we are and what you're trying to do or not do. Because you don't have to cause destruction to win. That's feeding something different. We could literally be on a health and wellness take and change the trajectory of our lives. People, you know how many people will be happy to try to have kids? We probably will need hospitals more people will be having children. They will want to have children. They will feel safe to have children. Like, what if we change and facilitated the change around how we're producing all this stuff that we feel like shouldn't be being produced? Like, how can we say, like, we say, oh, they want you to be sick, they want you to be because they need to keep that. Okay, well, how about all these institutions invest into all this land that needs to be fixed out and create the gardens and the healing modalities, the campfires, the bonfires, the ritual, all the native shit that we need to bring back into this land. And like, y'all don't realize that? Y'all are literally saying that this is the way the world gotta be. And it's like this because of this, and people want to make money and they want to see it. But our wellness, our health, our wholeness, our completion, our fulfillment, and our purposes, our presence, walking in our presence. Everybody on their post, getting on their post, even if it is a negative one. I don't give a fuck. Just be on your shit. It seems to like that is something that could be even more prosperous. I truly believe that, like, whoever is convincing us or whatever is convincing us that we should serve chaos and destruction and disorder, that's a trick. Like, why can't we facilitate true revolution, true wholeness, true life, true love, and that propel people? Like, people love music. We still go to concerts. We're still, like, think about all the artists that are changing from the bad music to the good music now. Think about all the changes that are happening to be on, so people could still, so we still gonna do whatever it takes to survive and thrive and be whole. So why does so much of it have to be facilitated around our biological and genetic destruction? And that's what that's what this war is about. Is rather it's you doing it to yourself, learn behavior, somebody doing it to you, systematic, energetic, light and dark, good and evil, whatever the war is. It's this idea that one has to exist more than the other. One has to exist over the other. And the reality is one can't exist without the other. There could not be just, everybody couldn't just be on a, like, there was no contrast in that space. So, like, I don't know, it's just, I'm so full of love right now. I'm so full of gratitude. I'm just so full of life. I can't even contain it. I've been wanting to keep this to myself and just be with myself and, like, try to, like, build my mindset and, like, okay, we're gonna be disciplined and, like, no social media and, like, that's not, but, like, my spirit is calling me to do things. I'm not, like, so, like, out of it where I'm just gonna be on here saying anything because I can't be with myself. I love spending time with myself. When I have the resources, baby, y'all probably would never see me. So, like, half of the time too, like, you will see me, but you'll see me doing other stuff. You won't just see me sitting here looking at y'all. We'll be doing a whole facilitation of something. And we like, not will be, but, like, we will be because we are. Like, it's happening, y'all. So much gratitude, so much life, and I really am sitting, like, I just hope this goes wherever it needs to go. And, like, truthfully, I want to hear y'all thoughts. I want to know what y'all think about this. So I don't know why my YouTube isn't letting me do comments and stuff. So I'm gonna figure out what I gotta do to fix my YouTube channel for me to be able to see comments on the videos that I upload. However, I really want to know, like, have you been a spiritualist or a person who felt like other people shouldn't work their 9 to 5s? Are you a person with a lot of money and feel like people who are at 9 to 5 shouldn't be working 9 to 5s? Because are you 100% sustained? Like, to have that perspective and hold it and be like, and it land and it mean what you want it to mean, you have to be completely interdependent of that, meaning you I say interdependent because independency could be a trauma response. And so, like, where, like, if you need to go into that, you can, and it's available for you. But if you don't, then you got all that you need, and you can, everything is well. Hell no, y'all still going to doctors. you don't got all the herbs, you don't like, even just down to like, even if you got the money aspect of it, you still have other people who have to get stuff to you. You don't have the farm that's producing every single thing that you need to live or want to live. Let's be honest about all the commodities and all the innovations and all the media and the like marketing stuff that we have been given and overloaded and overstimulated with, that makes us want to have everything under the stars, under the moon. That some of it is just irrational, and a lot of it is kind of like just egoic, and and then other parts is like, there's a part where you should have access to it, so it's just you gonna work towards what you want. That's cool. But yeah, with that being said, I really want to know what people think about some of the stuff I've been saying, or is it my own delusion? See y'all on the next video.